Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for your attendance. My name is Tofilau Whamanui. I'm a detective inspector, and I'm the county's Manukau district crime manager. I'm here today to provide an update on the fatal fire which occurred at Murvale Drive in Bucklands Beach last Thursday during the early hours of the morning. Our inquiries is now confirmed. The fire at this home was deliberately lit and is now treated as a double homicide. Emergency services attended the home just after 2:30 a.m. on the 2nd of October. And when police and fire emergency New Zealand arrived, the home was fully engulfed in flames. 3 people were able to escape, but sadly 2 people were not and were found deceased inside the home. Over the past 6 days, our investigation team has been working tirelessly to piece together what has taken place. We can confirm the presence of an accelerant at the scene. At this stage, forensic analysis is yet to be completed around the accelerant, and I'm limited to what I can say about it. The scene examination of the home was completed on Sunday. However, due to ongoing forensic analysis and potential for revisits to the address, the scene remains under police guard. In regard to the 2 deceased victims, I can confirm the post-mortem examinations have been completed. Further detailed analysis from those post-mortems continues. 1 victim can be confirmed as the 36-year-old father of 2. We have not as yet been able to formally identify the second victim. However, we believe that he is the family's 11-year-old son. The 2 other victims who were hospitalised have now been discharged. A 5th person who was a boarder at the address did not suffer any injuries. I acknowledge some media coverage already has referred to our 11-year-old victim and the school he attended. I'm hoping we'll be in a position to formally release the names of our 2 deceased later at some stage. Police have already moved onto an area canvass and CCTV phase of this investigation, but we really need the public's help. We're appealing to the public, specifically those who live on or around Murvale Drive, for any footage you may have of the road, the street, surrounding properties in the days and hours leading up to the fire. We want to hear from anyone who has any information at all that they think may help, and nothing is too small or irrelevant. I want now to acknowledge the family at the heart of this, who are facing a life that's been completely shattered. This is an extremely traumatic time for them, and police are doing their best to provide the support with the assistance of other agencies. We are determined to provide them advances and bring this to a close so they can try and move forward with their lives. It is imperative that we find the person or persons responsible for this. So again, we want to hear from anyone who has any information that can assist us in our investigation. Please get in touch via the Police 105 line, or alternatively you can go to the Crime Stoppers and make a report anonymously. That is all I can share for now, and there's quite a bit of information in this update. I can take a few questions, but please understand there will be limitations as to what I can say right now.
Detective Inspector Vailoa, what evidence, aside from that accelerant, what evidence have police found that leads to this conclusion that it was deliberately lit?
We're guided by the information provided by our fire investigators at the scene, and in the absence of anybody introducing that from the occupants, we're happy that we've come to the right conclusion. It was deliberately lit, and the accelerant was foreign to the address.
And obviously I understand you can't say too much about that accelerant, but where in the house was that accelerant found?
Yeah, I can't. That would compromise what we know from the scene examination. I'm not prepared to make any further comment on it.
What can you tell us about the accelerant?
The accelerant is subject to further forensic analysis, and we're talking about, without going too far into it, what exactly is it? What is the makeup of that accelerant? And you should understand from that it may dictate as to where we go from here.
Do police believe that the person or people responsible are known to this family?
It's too early in our investigation at the moment. We must keep an open mind, and we're casting the net very wide in regards to who may be involved.
Have the survivors from the house told you who might have done this? Did they see anyone in the house?
No. We're really, that's why we're moving on to our CCTV phase, our area canvas, to see if we can identify those coming and going or anyone in the area at the time.
Where in the house were the two bodies found? Where in the house were they found?
I'm not prepared to say that at this stage.
May I ask you a question? Thank you. Are the wider families that were in the house that survived, are they all family members and are they needing protection given that it may have been criminally motivated?
No, we've spoken to the 3 surviving occupants. As I said in my update, the 5th member is a boarder. We're happy with the communication that we're having with them at the moment, and that continues as we speak.
Just still asking for CCTV, are there any updates to possible sightings or movements of the persons of interest?
We don't have any persons of interest at the moment. We are, like I said, we're casting the net far and wide to collect any evidence of CCTV that might assist us in that space, in that regard.
Was this house, were they tenants, the family?
Yes, they were renting out the property.
Is police involving MBIE in this investigation at all from the tenancy perspective? I mean, did this house have the adequate fire alarm systems? Did it have a fire alarm on each of the 2 levels?
Yes, we're working with our other agencies to make sure that that part of the living arrangements will be covered off. But at the moment, our focus is on what caused the fire and the circumstances surrounding it.
So there's nothing you can tell us yet about the fire alarm systems in this rental property and whether or not it was up to
It is very early even for the fire investigators, so I cannot comment any further on it.
So is it the assumption that a person or people have entered this house, have deliberately lit a fire while the family were asleep?
I think it's safe to say that, but I'm limited as to what I can say more.
There was a car that was taken out of the cordon on the day, a blue Toyota from front of the property. What's the relevance of that vehicle? What's the police interest in that?
I can say that that's probably why it was taken from that. It has no relevance to it. It was it needed to be continued, needed to be made available to the owner, and that's why we moved it. Okay.
The 3 people that did manage to escape, have police heard how they managed to actually escape? Have they spoken about that? Are police aware of how they managed to get out of the fire?
Yes, I can say the mother of the children and the wife exited the property through the doorway as they use to enter. The boarder was based downstairs, but I can say that the 3rd survivor, the boy, had to force his way out of the house because the fire was well, the house was well engulfed in flames by then. Okay.
We'll just take one more.
6 days is quite a lengthy scene examination. Can you just talk through some of the damage and what police have been working through over the week?
Yeah, just a correction there, the scene was completed on Sunday, so 3 or 4 days. But as you can imagine, with the state of damage from the fire investigators and our forensic scientists and our detectives have to be very meticulous in picking up the pieces so we can reconstruct what happened and how it was prior to the fire.